Hello and welcome back to Boring Dead Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more This Is the Police. And yeah, we're just heading into a normal day. Everyone's pretty happy with us at the moment. I think things are going generally okay. We're getting some money saved up. Yeah, you can go. You're just tired. Yeah, okay. You just want to go to museums? No, that's not a good reason. Okay, well, that seems like a decent shift, doesn't it? Oh, let's have another day of Chopin. Hooray! Pay rise. Stuff from the mafia. Anything here we want to do? What am I... They're not bad. At the point where I wouldn't mind getting more officers in, potentially. And it's instant. I might do another one. You get one for each shift. I'm okay with detectives at the moment. On my investigations, I've got everyone on this, haven't I? Yeah. So that's fine. Alright, well let's do a couple of hires then. So Song. Let's send you to shift B. And File, we'll send you to A. There we go.
110A in progress.
An apparently intoxicated driver flew into the oncoming lane and crashed into a van, which then crashed into 5 other vehicles. The drivers of the vehicles escaped with their lives, but jumped out of their cars and began to argue. A conflict ensued, and the situation is about to turn ugly. Okay, well that's not good, is it? So, 1, 2, 3, 4... And I'm going to send bombs, and we'll send the paddy wagon. See, hopefully you guys can get it done. An employee at the Interhouse hardware store said that a suspicious man named Otis Adams ordered a very strange combination of objects, which could easily be used to make explosives. Adams has a pretty colourful police record, including a bomb threat. Okay, well that... Tell you what, snuffle up this stone, you go. And we can always send backup.
1210 in progress. 110A complete.
Okay. We got the accident scene secured, that's good. What do we got here? A young teacher reported seeing the same suspicious white van parked near the school several days in a row. Whenever I walked towards it, the van drove away. Yeah, that is suspicious. We probably should check that out. Curtis Chavez. Will these suspicious individuals turn out to be actual crimes? They always seem to be false alarms.
910A in progress. 412A in progress.
Okay, this is the guy who bought the bomb stuff, isn't it? Open up, delivery from Interhouse. Man in a chemical protection suit, seeing the police, rushes to a bedside table and searches frantically for something. Point a gun, say don't move. Okay, well done, guys. That was actually a proper thing. Now, okay, we've got people back. The assault. Five teenagers asked a man for cigarettes, but he said they were too young. The kids jumped him, knocked him to the ground, and started kicking him with full force. Waitress Nicole Shelton saw what was going on and called the police. These guys are crazy, they'll kill him. Okay, tell you what, send Roy and Bonds. There you go. What have we got here? Attempted robbery at the Sugar Daddy Cafe. A thief attempted a little sleight of hand to relieve Sherry Miller of a diamond ring. She immediately felt something was wrong and put the criminal in an excruciating Japanese finger hold. The son of the bitch is unconscious. You can come and arrest him now. Yeah, okay. Flores, treble.
1210 complete.
Okay, this one was a false alarm. The driver of the white van is a female courier who parks near the school during their lunch hour. I have a stressful job and a horrible boss, but when I watch the children laughing, it calms me down. Some workers were squabbling during their lunch break discussing yesterday's football game, and one of them became irate and tried to drive over the others with a tractor. According to eyewitnesses, he's taken refuge inside the building. He's like a crazy man. We barely escaped. Mitchell, Tsubaki... Go check that out. Teens continue to beat an old man, ignoring the police car that just drove up. Siren. The teenage thugs see the police and start running off in different directions. Fire in the air and order them not to move.
412A completion. 910A complete.
Alright, we might get these guys back time for this massive fight, but we'll...
412A
What's
complete.
this? Yep, got it done. Well done, guys.
216 in progress.
Bollocks, they're not quite back. Some big men wearing striped shirts walked into the fountain and started trying to drown each other. Come quick before they all kill each other. What could that be? I'll send a couple of guys. I want to see what this one is. Unlawful assembly. Okay. Wait for the others to come back for that. Right, what we got? A group of angry women came to protest the premiere of the action film Hard-Boiled Women 2. They're demanding that the cinema's management cancel the premiere. The situation's heating up. Okay, we get a bit feisty. Got 4 officers. Michael May saw a young girl running naked and bloody trying to climb over the fence of an expensive manor. She screamed and called for help. Then a man came out of the house, grabbed her by her hair and dragged her inside. The neighbours were complaining just last week about all-night parties at the same mansion, which is owned by Saudi Prince Malik Kafaya. Yeah. Send all available to that.
1010A in progress.
Jack Papworth. Jack, I'm not going to give you a sob story about all my recent misfortunes. Let's just say that I need my job back with the police, and I do mean need. You'll help me out on this, right? You'll be retired soon. So how about a little advance payment for my annual salary? It's only fair. It's not in your best interest to refuse. I know all about your shady business dealings. Just one phone call is all it takes. I got all the evidence I need to bury you, but I don't want to go against you. I just really need this job, you know? Okay.
311B
Well, that's excellent, Jack. Some folks say you're a fool, but I know you're sharp as ever. Jack Boyd is no fool. I don't remember Jack Papworth, to be honest. They were just having some fun. They're harmless Russian immigrants, though they once served as paratroopers. Okay. Yeah, we have a bomb threat at City Hall. We have a bit of time, though, and we got some guys returning, so... The protesting women are pointing at movie posters with busty heroines in sexy poses, shouting, "Sexism is a disease in our society." One of the women steps forward and throws a stone at the cinema director, who was trying to go to talk to the protesters. Arrest the woman who throws through the stone. We'll let this one run. How many officers does it? Needs a lot, so... The janitor at City Hall called us about a suspicious man sitting in the waiting room. He's twitching and looking sideways. I think he's a spy or a terrorist. He's all skinny, but got a really fat bit. Yeah, I don't know about that, mate. That sounds like a false alarm. We'll wait. What's this one? Okay, that's all done. Okay, we're getting people back, so we're going to do the armed robbery one. And a shooting, bloody hell. Okay. Armed robbery. 2 men in clown masks stormed into the auto show and demanded the keys to the most expensive cars on display. When the manager hesitated, the robbers shot him in the leg. One visitor at the event managed to break through a shop window and escape, at least for long enough to call in the police. Okay, well, Flores, Trebor, Stone and Bonds. You could deal with that. We'll let the bomb threat go out, but then we're going to, when we got more people back, we'll go and do the shooting. The man was not carrying a bomb, he's just an ordinary citizen tired of waiting in line just like everybody else. Okay, it's probably all we're getting for the time being. Multiple shots from a nightclub. Okay, bing, 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 bing. Actually, you know what? I'm going to let this time out as much as I can, which isn't that much longer. But just in case they end up needing backups, I've got more people I can send. Alright, bing, 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 bing. Okay, and that. Go. How are we doing with this one? Yeah, how many frames have I got for this now? I've got... Ooh, I've got quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, and I've got 9. Alright, well, it might be worth looking into this now. So just to repeat, a teenager stole an expensive car, lost control and crashed the vehicle, ended up fleeing the scene. Okay, got someone in a hoodie there. Gary Poulsen, homeless man. I saw a muddy young fellow wearing a hood, whirling through the alley near the fur store, and I got distracted. I get like that sometimes. I remember I heard some rumbling and hissing like cars running into each other. Or hitting the, actually. Mrs. Pogrebniak. Victim. I just parked my car near the fur shop and a boy in a hood popped through the gate, grabbed my bag from my shoulder and disappeared. Well, we've got... so that's probably those two. I hurried to the phone to call the police, and the damn pest must have been hiding nearby. As soon as I stepped away from the car, he dashed inside and was off like a bolt. Ah, this one might be in there as well. The very first turn, he hit the fire hydrant and ran away like a cowardly dog. Okay, the car's insured, but who's going to replace my favourite Snow White handbag? Okay, so let's bump these along one, because I think probably her leaving the car is the first thing to happen. Camera. The camera at the intersection shows a convertible crashing into the fire hydrant and water spraying like a fountain. A short time later, a thin hooded figure jumps from the car and runs away down the street. Fire hydrant. Traces of yellow paint. Okay, well that tracks. Mr. Tian. I was just walking down the street when some guy in a hood came flying right at me. He was all wet, a real mess, like he was from a shipwreck. The guy ran into me hard and almost broke my ribs. Okay, so he probably got the key from her handbag, right? Actually, I'm thinking this is the one that's probably first. So he probably got in with the key, and gunned it, hit her. Tanner Scott, high school senior. There we go. So what have we got? We've got Soaps and Sparkles car wash, where he works and spends all his time around cars, or attend school diligently. Yeah, at midnight, we'll go to the car. Okay. Oh, I haven't got officers yet. Hang on.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
910 complete.
Whew. Okay, that's good. We probably won't get anyone back in time to go and arrest this guy today. Davenport. Okay, we'll have to make sure Davenport comes in tomorrow.
Looks like we have a situation.
In the Masquerade Club,
here.
all employees and visitors wear masks and costumes. People outside are dancing quietly, but there's a sound of claps coming from further inside. Second floor, better view. The music stops and a shot rings out. The dancers start to stampede. A guy in a hockey mask flashes a gun and pushes over the girl in the squirrel suit. Chase him. The guy in the hockey mask runs to the street, gets into his car and continues shooting at the police. Shoot out his tyres.
510 complete.
There we go. Good work, guys. Yeah, alright, successful day. So Davenport, can you come in tomorrow so we can arrest this guy? There we go. Nice. Hapworth. Oh, yeah, fine. Whatever. I got tickets to go watch the filming of a TV show. I've always wanted to be on TV. Can I have the day off? Yeah, but come tomorrow. Today they're offering free admittance to all the museums. I'm a big fan of art. No. My mother was hit by a car. She's been rushed to the hospital. Yeah, you can go be with her. Okay. We got a stripe to award. I think Fist back. I mean, I know he's our highest guy, so he doesn't need the XP, but like he probably should have a stripe, right? There we go. Maybe we'll go back to the Borodin today. No, McStone! Mutilated body of Taggart McStone found in a sewer. Keep killing my snitch. Okay, I'm gonna need another snitch. It's gonna be Hulk Hogan. I got some tired people. Why do we send them to a barbecue after this? Sevchenko, Song, and I don't know if this back you've earned it. Okay. So, mission from God in the suburb. Mr. Boyd, I don't know if you've come to Mass, but if you do, you may know that our most enlightened and progressive parishioners donate absurd sums of money to carry the favour of God's blessed power. I'm sure that's power. Yeah, I'm sure it must be power. Truly this power is manna from the heavens, or maybe it is blessed powder. Truly this powder is manna from the heavens, which clears the mind in preparation for the coming of the Antichrist. Unfortunately, some of our flock have been turned from the house of the Lord, for outside, the enemies of Jesus sell them fake satanic powder, and they're undercutting our God-blessed prices. It'd be a great thing if we were to get rid of them, as our Lord Jesus drove the merchants from the house of God. Right. You know what? You can get my lower down 5 officers, including my rat. Alright, let's go to the, yeah, let's go there. We'll send Austin Lavas.
110A in progress.
Drunk driver drove his van into a bus stop, knocking over several people. The van stalled out and the unsteady driver is clumsily trying to escape. Right, you two guys go. So what was I think? I was thinking maybe... Thinking of killing off Papworth. He's shift A, which is today. No, it's yeah. This is shift B. He's shift A, so he should be in tomorrow. I might try and take him out tomorrow at 10 AM. There we go. We'll send Papworth out. He's got dirt on me.
911 in progress.
Okay, this is just 2 guys. Retiree Frank Seater complained that someone has stolen his lawn. Like clockwork, once a month someone comes by to cut up my gorgeous lawn and cart it off. I've never managed to catch this enemy to fertile grass, or I'd have shown him. I'm a veteran, you know. I've had hundreds of our enemies in their graves. Okay, it's a gardener come around to mow his lawn, isn't it? So we're not going to bother with that. Yeah, Mr. Boyd, I see you do not wish to delay the arrival of the Antichrist any more than I do. After all, he cannot be arrested or put in jail. Henceforth, any of our church services are available to you at reduced rates. Also, please accept from me, the Bishop of Freeburg, this summer money as a personal gift. It's $75. Okay, but what do I get here? Bless the police station. Forgiveness of sins. Policeman funeral. By phone. Prayer for Jack's family. Touch the relics. Sermon from... This is... yeah, I don't see the need for any of those, to be honest. What do we got here? We got him! Good work, guys. That's all done as well. Ooh. That's the guy with the mowed lawn, isn't it? So, the market district is seeing increased cases of pickpockets. The media are up in arms. You have to send 2 cops to the area to increase the perception of police protection. Alright, well, it just happens to be my 2 best men as well. We had gone to that. Wouldn't have been able to do the City Hall one.
911, 311.
Alarm at the location is cut by a neighbourhood boy at the request of Mr. Seater. There we go. Surprise, surprise. Massive fight, though. An employee of the shopping centre was dressed in a tomato costume to advertise a new tomato paste. He accidentally frightened professional boxer Joshua Drake, who shouted and jumped on him and pummeled him with full force. Passers-by tried to separate them. They also received the boxer's fury and a massive fight broke out. Okay. Send the paddy wagon as well.
in progress.
Ooh. Okay, this is turning into a riot, isn't it? Well, I don't have the paddy wagon. Am I likely to get it back anytime soon? Not in time for this call. Alright, well, we'll send who we got.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Southpaw.
Can't do it. You've got to sort it out yourselves. And they do, so that's good.
1011A in progress.
Have to give this some time, wait for people to get back. Oh, it's going to be cutting it. Oh, God, okay. 2 men are pulling a woman with a bloody head out of the Cadillac. The crowd isn't letting them get her to the hospital, and some are yelling that the cops have failed. We'll deal with this by the law of the streets. Take out the nightstick. Get ready to strike. The crowd starts throwing glass bottles and stones. Fire shots into the air. Okay. Gonna get people back in time for this, hopefully. Here we go. A postal employee reported that a letter was discovered with some powder inside. An inscription on the envelope reads, "Burn in hell." The employee is afraid that the envelope contains a deadly disease. Oh my god, we're all gonna die, and today's my birthday. And it could be a hoax, but we'll send Hulk Hoaxgan. And it's homicide. I'm hoping people might be back for that, although it's going to be, again, cutting it very fine. I've only got a hater on duty at the moment. Oh my god. Yeah, that's not good, but I can't just send one guy. False alarm? No. No! Okay. Arrgh! Okay, what have we got at the farm? Bill Buckler said his neighbour Derek Ruers asked him to watch his farm while he went on vacation with his family. Meanwhile, some strange people went over there with a tractor trying to steal the harvest. There's about a dozen people and they're robbing my friend blind. I mean, that could be a false alarm. What's this one? There's a huge clown running around the mall. Tried to scare me to death, said unemployed John Hockensmith. I've got a disease, got a note from the doctor. The clown got no right to scare me. Yeah, let's ignore that one. Let's do this one. We'll leave 3 guys back. It was the girl's friends playing a prank. You see why they get worked up by wasting police time? Because it is very annoying. I'm convinced this is a false alarm though. The clown was hired to promote the children's amusement park and has every right to be in the mall, but it did sound like that, yes. Seeing the police, the suspects begin to argue and shout in unknown language, and then 2 women manage to escape and hide on the farm. Let's carefully search the whole area. And I don't think they were stealing. It sounded more like they'd been hired to bring in a harvest or something while the guy was away, but, you know, whatever. Assault. Okay, well, we're getting people back, so I could probably give that a bit of time. While the legendary singer Gennaro Crespo was giving a performance, someone threw a large ear of corn at the musician and smashed his head. Despite a bit of blood, Mr. Crespo showed no concern and just laughed it off and got ready to continue. Nevertheless, the concert organisers were furious and demanded that everyone turn in their cameras. We can't let the audience leave until the offender's been detained, they shouted into the police line. We've got a large crowd here, so send everyone you have available so we can get this done. Alright. Cue really urgent call of like some massacre or something, but hopefully that's our last call of the night. Does look like it. Yeah. Cool. Got it done. Nice. It was a reasonably successful day, but there's one thing we didn't get to, but, you know, that happens. McStone! Alright. Please, no one killed my rat. Hapworth. No, you need to come in. No, you need to come in today because I'm going to send you to your death. And is playing charity sick children can have the day off. Yeah, you can have the day off. I'm too tired. Yeah, he's going to be no use to us, is he? So. No, you come in. Alright. Hapworth, I've got bad news for you. I forget who the last one I played was. Let's do Chopin anyway. Tanner Scott turned out to be a member of a gang known as the Keylesses. Keylesses. He could help you take down the gang if you make him an informant. Okay, yeah. Alright. Interrogate. Let's read this. So, he's 15. When he was 10, Tanner Scott went skating on the frozen lake and fell through the ice. The boy nearly drowned, but was rescued by a passing police patrolman. Tanner suffered quite a lot as a result of the incident. He developed chronic skin problems and increased sensitivity to temperature changes. Tanner Scott is from a poor family. His father, a trucker, is rarely at home, and his mother is a clumsy waitress, struggling to hold down a job even at the cheap diners she works at. The boy loves cars and dreams of being a Formula One driver. To be closer to the coolest cars, he took a job at a car wash where he became friends with Nina Ware, a stylish female accountant. Tanner is so attached to her that he even invited her to his school for Professionals Day, but Nina didn't come. All his classmates called him orphan and laughed. Tanner Scott has no chance of getting into a decent college. He's got bad grades, no sports talent to earn a scholarship, and his parents barely make ends meet. Proceed. Why are you trying to steal a sports car? Want to feel like a real racer? You'll see me driving Formula One on TV one day. Your mother dropped everything and rushed right here from the diner. Let's finish quickly. You don't want to get her fired again, do you? Don't bother with my mum, please. Recommend you for the police academy. He doesn't want to be a police. Admit it, kid. But you'll find yourself in such a deep, dark hole that the hole you fell in as a kid will seem like a holiday. Fuck you. Look, you cooperate and I reckon... Yeah, well, she wasn't... I mean, she didn't turn up, but he did invite her. We found an entry in the school magazine. Looks like Nina Ware was your guest on Professionals Day. Okay, I'll tell you everything. There we go. One time I saw Nina steal a sweet sports car. She promised to teach me everything she knew about jacking cars as soon as I turn 18. Alright. Start to investigate Nina Ware then. We'll make... Davenport's very tired, but he's our best detective, so we'll put him on there. And we'll put on everyone else as well. Not Papworth, I need you to go and deal with something at 10 o'clock. Okay. What do I get? 10 grand, lovely. Alright, we'll take that. Oh yeah, I get to hire someone. So which shift was it? I lost someone. It was shift A. So I guess Olivia. Oh, mass riot. Okay, maybe we should look into that. Several dozen workers have gone on strike over layoffs and wage cuts. For a while, they were expecting someone from the company to negotiate with them, but this never happened. The protesters have armed themselves with improvised weapons and have started to break down the fence. Yeah, that is going to be serious, so... I'll send 6 and the paddy wagon. Just want to keep some people back in case something else happens. 10 o'clock, we're looking to send Papworth out.
611 in progress.
Okay. I'm going to assign other detectives to that now while I remember. Everyone except Papworth, honestly. Okay, got a serious one. Inside a booth in the ladies' public toilet, a woman was overheard holding a man against his will and attempting to blackmail him into having sex. Crystal Harrington only vaguely made out part of the conversation and ran to find a phone to call the police. we'll send to... Not that it's not serious, but like I think they can probably deal with it. Oh, it's Papworth. Could you go and check out the check that out? Oh no! Oh my god, we lost 5. Oh no! God. Okay, I actually think that has to be a restart on the day if you lose 5 officers on one call. God, it's just... Ugh. I don't like to do this. Okay, we got problems. Well, that sucked. I guess we'll send more people to that mass riot this time. I forgot the stuff I was going to do. Oh yeah, okay, so we're going to do that. Does that mean I get the 4,000? No, it just means I don't make enough money to kick it up the chain. Okay, so we did pretty well on this first time. Yeah, I didn't need to do the one about the hole. Davenport, iron, bowling, wolf, soap. Go. Honey, we get to hire someone for A shift again. I should have another detective. Oh, I've got one too many because of Papworth.
215 in progress.
Right. Right. Send everyone. Surprised I couldn't send SWAT, but... Okay, it's going.
11 in progress.
So let's add those detectives to this one. You, Papsworth. Unfortunately, I haven't got anyone now to send to that one, but... I want to ensure that people don't die. People didn't die! Awesome. Alright. Well, Papworth, you couldn't go and deal with that investigation in the woods over there, could you? Hoping this was a false alarm, but I doubt it was.
611 complete.
Oh, the booth was occupied by a couple who were spicing up their relationship with roleplay. Good. That was best case. Right. Mr. Boyd, I have the misfortune of having a family. My only daughter is marrying a complete idiot. She's requiring that the wedding take place on the roof of my skyscraper and as soon as possible. But I want to protect my daughter from making the biggest mistake of her life, so I've organised a grand wedding and reception, and I ask that you arrest the groom and the altar on some monstrous charges, like child CP of, for example. Better my daughter survive that horrible moment of shame in front of 100 people, than live in shame for every day of the rest of her life. Alright, well, you guys go and do that. Oh my god! Papworth! No! Threaten me, will you?
910 B in progress.
2 women tried to quietly pocket some expensive jewellery at the boutique, but the guards saw everything, stopped them, and demanded that they turn out their pockets. One of the women pulled a gun and began to threaten the store's employees. Okay, well, let's send top 4 to that.
710A in progress.
Hostage situation. Sounds like it could be a false alarm, but let's let these guys come back and then we'll send out a bigger response.
in progress.
Come on, come on. Oh,
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Softspot.
you guys got it. Probably? Yeah, thank God for that. Oh, right on the line that was. Okay. Go with the SWAT. What does this suspicious individual look like? A waitress says that a suspicious-looking man in a rumpled jacket has been sitting at a table for several hours. He didn't order anything. I brought him coffee, he just sat there staring at me. I'm afraid he's going to watch me until my shift is over, and then... The girl stammered. It's scary to imagine. Okay, I mean, we'll get people back in time. I'll send a couple of people out to that. Oh, God. Okay, well, I probably won't send to that because I think it's a false alarm. What do we got here? Smuggling. Okay, my SWAT's out. Okay, oh, what we got here? Ah! The man grips the girl's arm tightly and aims his shotgun at the registry office employee. She says, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Sneak up behind the groom and stun him with a nightstick. Okay, good. Without explanation, Karen Sparkle's manager cancelled the Freeburg stop on her incredibly popular tour. She was originally scheduled to perform in town. Incensed fans, yada yada. God, there's so much kicking off all at once. Gonna let that time out. These guys will be back. We'll go to the port. Oh my God. Okay, so we're gonna send a bunch of top guys to this one with the SWAT. This one, the riot, and the paddy wagon. There we go. They're just selling cigarettes in the parking lot. The man in question was fired from his job today. He was just trying to collect his thoughts and figure out how to get by. Yeah, I thought that was probably a false alarm. I'm slightly worried that one of these is going to get dead officers, though, because I've had to split them. Terrorism. 4 large men in black suits are unloading boxes into a van. There's 3 more armed guards. You're surrounded. Nobody move. The men with machine guns are firing at the cops. The others quickly open one of the boxes and pull out a grenade launcher. Stun grenades. Oh, good. Okay. Here we got the mess right. Everyone made it. Hooray! Okay, I was worried about that. I mean, it looks like we're going to miss this terrorism. What does this look like? 2 bearded men came to the train station and began to pray, and then went to different corners of the depot and took off their jackets. Witnesses report they were both wearing suicide vests. One of the attackers detonated his vest, but the second man's vest didn't work, and he fled into a panic into the back rooms of the station. I know, yeah, it's obviously genuine and serious, but I don't know if anyone there to deal with it. We had huge mass things going on today. Yeah, we probably need a lot more to go on for that. False alarm? Yeah, not ideal, unfortunately, but there wasn't a lot I could do, just given the timing of all those big calls. Okay, well, not a perfect shift by any stretch of the imagination, but given the nature of the calls, I'm not sure what else I could have done. I can't replace him anyway. I'm going to keep Papworth's body in the morgue. We'll collect some payments. We haven't done that yet, but we'll collect some payments for whatever his salary was. Well, people aren't too unhappy with me anyway. Shevchenko. Song! Oh my god. Daughter's wedding? Yeah, you can go. A dog died yesterday, now you gotta come in. Unfortunately. I am sympathetic, but I seem to have a very small shift today. Go with the Borodin. Nice. Okay, yeah, so what's going on with my shifts? This is... oh, that's shift B. I mean, got as many officers as I can have. It just feels very light today.
in progress.
A bearded man wearing a hood robe rode a bike into the office building, looked around nervously and walked into the foyer. He quietly placed a black bag behind a pillar and then disappeared. The guard tried to chase the bearded man down but lost him. That does sound like a bomb threat, doesn't it? Okay. Bisbak, Prado, Hater, Mazza, and Taekwondo.
In progress.
The reinsurance group of Friedberg reports that several armed men have stormed into their offices and started attacking their employees. One of the men pulled out a gun and told a young employee that he'd kill her unless she returned all his money immediately. Another employee called the police and says the attackers are drunk and can barely stay on their feet. Yes, they are, damn it, but that's not the point. They're crazy enough to kill someone. Okay, well, we'll send the rest then. The building's lobby is empty and there's a black bag near the column. I'm not going to kick the package. Completely evacuate the building. Inside the package, some mechanism spins up and it starts humming and vibrating. Make sure everyone is at a safe distance. We have a report on the radio that the suspect was spotted in the crowd outside the building. He was smiling, watching the scene, and he holds something like a remote control. Yeah, this one. Take him from behind, threaten him with a gun, and take the remote control. Nice one, guys. Found some explosive. Yeah, we'll sell that. I know it's not ethical, but I need to get another 200k, goddammit. I wasted 50k hiring 2 new officers. It's not wasted, obviously, but it was a large amount to pay out. Got a suspicious individual. A cleaning lady called to complain about a suspicious man wandering around near the fence. The weirdo spent the last hour rubbing against the fence, staring at the children. I mean, this is going to be a fake call, isn't it? Matza, Kondo, you do. Yay, all worked. Nice. Oh, okay, I'm going to have to sort out the detectives. Who could lead this one? Mole, I guess. She's our best. And I'll take off a couple of others to work on it. Well, I'll take off Gordon. You go deal with the missing person. Judith Morrow reported to the police that her husband Eric has disappeared. She'd returned home early from a business trip hoping to surprise him, but the house has been turned upside down and Eric was nowhere to be found. No one at work has seen him for the past 5 days. The man was very drunk and was merely holding onto the fence to keep from falling. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to maybe have a barbecue tomorrow. Send Taekwondo. He's a bit knackered. Maybe I should just stick loads of money into my secret account. I'll put 200k in. It's taking quite a long time. Maybe pause while this is going up. Hang on. There we go. Okay, well we got some money in the secret account then. rest for now.
In progress.
Lawful assembly, huh? A group of drunken workers gathered at the factory entrance to protest cuts in their shift hours and other privileges. Management of the bread baking plant has ignored their concerns and are calling in the police to disperse the disgruntled employees. We'll send 6 plus the paddy wagon.
In progress.
Gotta let that time off a bit. Just, I doubt we'll get anyone back, but we might do. It's going too far away. Still, if we let the time out a bit, if they ask for reinforcements... Oh my god. How can I respond to both these? I'm going to go to this one. I'm slightly concerned that one might be a false alarm. Sometimes they come up just before the genuine ones so that you can't go to the genuine ones. No, it was a genuine one. We're going to be able to respond with everyone to this shooting, so... 3 men were eating dinner in a small restaurant when 2 attackers opened fire on them from the street. 1 was killed on the spot. The other 2 hid behind an overturned table and began to return fire. Several more cars pulled up and armed men stepped out to join the shootout. One witness shouted over the phone, "There's a lot of civilians around, a lot of people injured, hurry." Okay, we're going to send everyone to this. Plus, all the support. Of course. Yeah. I can't. I've sent everyone to the mass firefight.
Officer on scene.
Most of the people involved in the firefight have been killed or seriously injured. 2 men on the street continued to shoot at the restaurant. Order them to surrender. Looks like we did okay. Now, it's quite close. I mean, we might be able to get back in time for this, potentially. Definitely the second one. Hang on. Boom. A supermarket cashier saw a young black man in a hood grab an old lady's shopping bags and run away. Okay, well, we'll send 4 to this, because I've got a bunch I can send to them. Attempted murder. A biker crashed into a truck at an intersection. Some of the biker's friends arrived and pulled the driver out of the truck. They're getting ready for lynching. Okay, well, we'll send everyone else to this. There we go. Now, what have we got on these? Got some frames for the missing persons. We got 3 for the gang investigation. So we only need 3 for this. So let's have a look at this one. Nina Ware is an experienced thief. She never leaves a scratch and never resorts to violence. To pass through private access areas, Nina Ware always uses fake documents. For example, a private investigator's license or a fire inspector's badge. So yeah. There we go. The cameras around the Unicorns of Arcadia have been disabled to protect the privacy of the club's guests. Okay. She normally uses a jimmy stick to open car doors, but this thief is quite small and agile and could climb into the cab through the opening in the trunk. So we'll do that. Does she get the keys? She never uses keys. Real pros don't need keys. Okay. Nina Ware listed as an accountant at a car wash. Okay, cool. Well, I doubt we'll be able to do that today. Who's the detective on that? It's Davenport, so... maybe I can send him in tomorrow. But let's also stick all the other detectives on this missing person case now. There we go.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
Can't do it, chap, sorry.
410 complete.
Oh, okay, we escaped. Okay, well, it was a failure, but they did at least survive. And that was a false alarm. The old woman knew the young man from the neighborhood. He's a medical student who lives nearby and was just helping her. Damn it. Oh, Okay, well, wasn't too bad of a day. Okay, so Davenport actually will be in tomorrow, so that's good. Get Prado to come in.
Who's there? Show yourself or I'll start popping off.
Mr. Boyd, it's me, Mr. Fry.
I don't know any Mr. Fry, and if I did, I wouldn't want him coming around in the middle of the night.
Mr. Boyd, I'm a private detective. I was looking for your wife, Laura.
Right, my wife, Laura. I'm looking for my wife, Laura. Laura Markham Boyd. Right.
Why is he acting so shady with this stuff?
You want to throw on a robe, Mr. Boyd?
I'm not cold. So, Laura, what have you learned?
I know where she lives, who she's with. I know what her plans are. To tell the truth, I learned even more than I expected, but I can't tell you anything.
I'll keep a hold of this thing just in case. So, what were you saying?
I said I can't share this information with you, Mr. Boyd. You see, Laura... Well, let's say... Your beloved Laura is with a very wealthy man. I consider myself a good investigator, but he figured out pretty quick that I was onto him. We talked, all three of us, me, him, Laura, and, well, we agreed that I'd stop bothering them, and in return, I'm getting a very good position in the company he owns, Mr. Oh, I almost gave the name away.
You do realize I could shoot you right here.
Well, that would hardly be fair, Mr. Boyd. I might not have come here, you know. But I decided to come clean with you, look you in the eye. I don't want you blaming Emma. She really wanted to help you. Plus, Mr. Boyd, I like you. You're a good chief of police, and I feel bad for you. So I talked to Laura, and she'll call you when she's ready. You just need to wait a little longer, and, well, I'm not taking a penny from you for my services.
Get out. Leave the beer.
But I already drank half of it.
Don't worry, I'm not squeamish. Hey, Fry, take off your shoes.
I'm sorry?
Take off your shoes. Leave them at the door and get out.
But why?
Because when I asked you to leave the beer, it seemed like you didn't really mind. And I want you to mind. And the socks. Fine. Good night.
Okay then. He's got a new pair of shoes anyway. Right. City Hall, a little bit down on me. That's probably because of unsuccessful calls, I expect. Bonds. No, you got to... Reading a book is not enough excuse. Yeah, Middleton, Davenport. Maybe we'll do another barbecue for those guys, but let's start the day. We'll do one more day. Let's go and arrest that gang lieutenant. New bar. Jack, a new bar opened in the city and its owner promised to pour free drinks for all the cops and firefighters. Can't speak for the firefighters, but our guys are going to jump at this opportunity. We got Big Stone. Okay, what we got here? So, she likes pizza, or she often stays later work. Well, I'm assuming she's going to go there. So let's send Mitchell and Tsubaki. I don't think we need SWAT support. City Hall? Oh, okay. I get another officer, to be honest.
411 in progress.
Suicide threat at the high school. A chemistry teacher called to tell us that one of his graduate students is standing at the edge of the roof. He's been harassed by his classmates because he wouldn't hide his sexual orientation. It seems like the guy finally broke. Okay, Prado, Flores. So Middleton, Davenport. Oh, no, that's training. I want the barbecue. Middleton, Davenport, and I'll send Prado because he's likely to be very tired after working double shifts. So it means I won't have him tomorrow.
910C in progress.
And robbery. During the premiere of an animalism exhibit, a masked gunman burst into the gallery, killed 2 guards, and started bagging the paintings, some of which are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some visitors and staff are still in the gallery. Okay, pretty serious one. So, bing, 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 bing. That's about as good as I can do. Ah, damn it.
411 complete.
Okay, suicide threat seems okay.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant
You guys have got to get it sorted, I'm afraid.
910B in progress.
And they did. Good. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ding. What we got? An alarm at an electronics store just went off. We called, but they're not picking up. It's the middle of the day, so they should be open. We'll go with Prado, Subaki, Arlen, Charleston. An awful assembly. A group of young people blocked the slaughterhouse's exit, chanting, "Meat is murder." The protesters are carrying flashy posters, and one eyewitness reports seeing a weapon. Okay. Send them, and we'll send Bonds and Middleton with a detective. Actually, not Middleton, we'll send Mitchell.
We've got a situation here.
This is the robbery. The shop window is broken and there are 2 large men with guns inside. One is cleaning out the register and the other is carrying a TV. Customers are lying on the floor and there's no sign of the cashier. We are surrounded. Throw down your weapons. The robbers spot the police. The man with the TV runs to a pickup truck and the other pulls the cashier from under the counter and puts a gun to his head. Let us go quietly. Tell the hostage to duck and shoot the robbers.
910.
How did we do? Hooray! I was worried about the civilian. Okay, we got Nina. Okay, let's work our way up the chain. Stuart Hayes. Let's have a look into him. Devonport's out. So let's send in Wolf. Get that started.
1111.
Wolf Assembly's alright. Alright, we got some back. It's quite a serious one. Let's just wait. There we go. Louisa Gillen was in a hurry at the dentist's and accidentally went into the wrong room. I saw people inside wearing white coats and masks, bottle of pills, some suspicious equipment and different coloured powders. I think they might have been drugs. That feels like a false alarm. I'm gonna say that's a false alarm. Bit of a risk with that one. Was I correct? The woman had wandered into the offices of the pharmaceutical company next door to the dentist. There we go.
510 in progress.
So we got this investigation. We'll deal with that a bit later. shooting. Okay, shooting at the city centre. Patrol tried to pull over a black Jeep for speeding, but the driver tried to ditch them. Okay. Yeah, send a bunch plus the SWAT. This one. Mr. Boyd, I have decided to build a new church for the glory of our Lord Jesus Christ, and am beset by the greedy paws of his good servants. Just when we were about to start laying the foundation, the developer decided to raise the price of his services, threatening to disrupt our production schedule. His new demands are unchristian and simply extortionist. The Lord wants you to send your employees to talk with this developer and his men. Put a few of them in cement. We have to make it clear to these greedy heathens that the Lord's house should be built even on the bones of sinners. Alright, we'll work our way up from the bottom on that one, I think.
1210 in progress. We've got a situation.
Police car
here.
catches up with the Jeep. A dark-skinned teenager pops out of a window and starts shooting. Shoot out the wheels. The Jeep abruptly turns down an alley, but the vehicle can't handle the turn and flips over. Come out with your hands up.
510
Yeah, we've got some guns. Thank you for your help, Mr. White. $55. I don't really get the point of his services, if I'm honest. They're really expensive, and I don't really get what you would want to do. They all seem like a rip-off. Forgiveness of sins, like... I think it feels like just like a joke to me, like an in-joke from the developers. But, you know, I stand to be corrected on that. Let me know in the comments if there are benefits to any of those church services that I'm not immediately noticing. Right, let's check out what this is. Mrs. Lombardi looked out the window and saw a strange overgrown man spreading out his hands. The old woman whispered, "I think it's part of some satanic ritual." Now, this is a false alarm. I'm 100% sure. I'm going to go on a limb and say I think that she's seen a tree. I think it is a tree. That she's concerned by.
1210 11 in progress.
All worked up by... Oh, Scarecrow that one of the neighbours had placed on. Okay, got some vandalism though. An elderly security guard reported that he locked a vandal inside the gallery. The guy had already broken one of the statues with a hammer, part of the Eros versus Thanatos exhibit. No need to hurry, there's no way he's getting out this door, and as for the other statues, well, I don't mind much either way. Let him smash up the porno if that's what he wants. Okay. Send Charleston, Fal, Bonds, Snuffleupagus. Yeah, I might have a look at that one. And the missing person, got some stuff as well. Yeah, let's have a quick look at these. So, the missing person we have 6 frames for. We've got 5 blanks, so we might have enough. So just to remember, this is Judith Morrow reported to the police that her husband Eric had disappeared. She'd returned early from a business trip hoping to surprise him, but the house had been turned upside down and Eric was nowhere to be found. No one at work has seen him for the past 5 days. Mrs. Morrow. We were late with the mortgage payment a couple of weeks ago, but Eric got a big bonus and everything was settled. But my husband was very nervous about the money, worried that someone from work would try to rob us. They work with a lot of ex-convicts. This is his brother. Eric had serious money problems. 3 weeks ago he asked to borrow some money, but I'm barely making ends meet myself. Eric began to cry and said that he'd have to deal with some bad people. Now that, there is the mortgage thing there, so maybe that's... Mr. Wheeler, a colleague. A couple of weeks ago, Eric had an argument with his superiors. He was clearly not himself, trying to borrow money and cursing up a storm. That could be arguing, possibly. They kind of look like criminals, though. What else have we got? I recently overheard one of Eric's telephone conversations, but I could only make out a few pieces. The next meeting with the twins will be my last. That'll be a nice night. I thought he was talking about prostitutes again. Trash can. I received from Eddie's Burgers a brochure entitled Multiply Your Capital in 5 Easy Steps, a number of documents, and an empty envelope stamped eviction notice, and an advertisement from the sex industry. Okay. Not quite sure where the motel figures into it. I think he's gone out, tried to meet various people to get a loan, maybe? I don't know, I might keep going on that. There might be more there, I'm not quite sure what's going on. We can have a look at this one. Okay, so we definitely haven't got enough of this because there's 4 blanks, we've only got 3, so... although what I might do is divvy these up a little bit. So, tomorrow we're just going to have iron, wolf and soap on it. That's probably fine. No, they're today. So tomorrow we could... maybe leave these ones and we'll take off Armstrong and bowling and we'll add them to this investigation. Okay, all good. What's the labour market look like at the moment? Still the same. Not a lot of attractive options there. Seems like it. Yeah, alright. Well, let's end the day. I'm not going to make anyone come in tomorrow, I don't think. Let's just do that. 86% of clowns are schizophrenic. Okay, well I think on that note, I think we'll leave it for that, for this episode. Let me just look at this. We seem to be all okay. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, if you could hit that like button, that'd be awesome. Do leave a comment as well. Let me know what you thought about this episode. A little messy on some of those shifts, I think, but overall, hopefully not too bad. But as I said, let me know your feedback. And a big thank you as always to our channel members as well. And if anyone else is interested in checking up memberships and gaining early access to the videos I put out, that'd be fantastic. So thanks very much once again, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.